Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here. Not only me, but also Mai. Hello, Mai.
Hello, you're right.
Oh, it's a time to be alive. Of course, it's January, and things are getting a bit weird on the Nintendo news side of things. So there have been a few updates recently. Donkey Kong Country Returns got an update for Switch 2, making it high resolution, all that sort of thing. Introducing Dixie Kong, which was don't get me wrong, a good thing, but just seemed to come out of nowhere. And not only that, we've also had an update to Splatoon, which we knew was coming, version 11.0, and that's bringing a load of big changes. There's a Tomodachi Life Direct happening later this week. We had a direct, and I mean that in the broadest possible sense, for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It's making me feel, I honestly feel like everyone missed a direct. Like, all these little bits of information, like the Super Mario Bros. Wonder, all this information feels like it's just been taken out of a direct, and a direct that was supposed to happen didn't.
They're definitely just pebbling everything. That's what I feel like. I understand, the term Dry January, but I don't want that in Nintendo either,
It seems there's no end to this. About an hour after we recorded this video, Nintendo revealed some new updates on the Virtual Boy Nintendo Switch Online stuff, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good, but good lord, could they not just done this in a direct? It's utterly bizarre. I just cannot work out what is going on. Other than the fact that maybe there was meant to be a direct in January, or it's probably January rather than late December or anything like that. And for whatever reason, it's just not happened.
To be honest, I know they've been putting stuff out on the Nintendo Now, Today app thingy, but how often do I get notifications for that? Not very often. I've only just recently managed to get it properly working, but yeah, I honestly had to ask before the call when the last direct was actually on, and we had to check, and the September, October time. October, you said it was for Mario. September,
no,
for
Kirby,
actual
Kirby Air Riders.
Oh, Kirby, sorry.
Yeah.
But, the last one I watched was September.
Which was the big, proper direct multi-game thing, yeah. Which is... that's a long time. I mean, I know we've had long stints between directs in the past. It's not absolutely unheard of, but even then, there's been lots of, as you say, pebbling, lots of little bits of information. Mario Tennis temperature is, there was the overview trailer. That feels like that could have easily just been in a direct. It wasn't too long. It's just bizarre, and there's all this talk. We've been hearing talk about, that there's going to be a direct in February, because there's always a direct in February, and people forget it's Nintendo. They do whatever they like,
Oh god, we know that. I mean, finding out having that, it's more like a duh rather than direct that on Sunday for the Mario Galaxy movie. What? It was 3 or 4 minutes long. I went to sit up. I was a couple of minutes late, but ready to watch, and I thought it wasn't working, but it turns out it finished already. That's... What even was that? I'm really salty about it. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I'm just...
It's just such a weird situation to be in, and I can't help but feel... It makes me pessimistic about the idea of a direct in February. Or, if we do get one, it'll be a partner showcase. Because this sort of thing... Not this exact sort of thing, but we have had this sort of stuff before, where Nintendo's done a few little updates here, and then there's a partner showcase, because I'm guessing, I don't know how it works internally, but I'm guessing the Nintendo invites people on to be on, Nintendo Direct or something like that. I don't know how it works, but either way, an agreement is met for a game company to appear on a Nintendo Direct, and then if Nintendo decides, for whatever reason, that they're not going to do it, then they end up doing a partner showcase. That is my suspicion. There is no solid evidence for that, but I will stand by it regardless.
I agree with you. I feel like if they haven't got that much to kind of scramble together for a Nintendo official sort of first party direct, then it's partner one, which, I still love the partner ones. In fact, even more so, I probably get more excited about the partner ones and the indie showcases. But I don't know, unless they have something brewing in the pot, like little things they want to drop us and then suddenly be like, it's a Nintendo showcase with all these great new IPs and all that jazz. I have to agree with you. I feel like it might just end up being a partner showcase, which I'm equally excited for.
Yeah. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I am. And, I don't know. It could even be as early as like next week. We get an announcement that there's a new direct coming in 24 hours. It's just, and it's like, it's going to be 40 minutes long. That could just as easily happen. I don't know why they've done these sort of drip feeding things as a result of that, but it is Nintendo. Do not try and predict what they are going to do. In case you missed it, the Splatoon update was mad. It's things like they're adding health bars. They're not even small things. They're adding health bars to the game. They've never been in the game prior. Never, except for in training situations and stuff like that. But, health bars, and now there's going to be like a kill streak bonus so that you get like souped up and super powerful and things like that. It's just like, it's all stuff that would have been perfect in a direct, just the sort of thing that you would expect to see, and yet we're just getting these sort of updates, just sort of tumbling out of Nintendo onto Nintendo today. And it's utterly baffling. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on over there.
At least with the Animal Crossing update, they included that within the with the direct, from what I remember, because it gave him a heads up that it was coming in January, wasn't it? I don't think it had a dedicated one, as far as I'm aware.
I genuinely can't remember if it was in a direct or whether it was just another trailer.
It was definitely I remember sitting and watching the stream. That's what I remember, because me and my fellow Cozy friends were like, oh my god, let's get back into Animal Crossing. Which we're really excited about, and being like, we can have islands. It is kind of disappointing on Nintendo's side. I don't know how, because I've not fully played a Splatoon game. I finally have Splatoon now to play, which is going to be great. So the update is great for me, for someone who's never really properly dived right in to enjoy all these new features. But for people who have never played, it would be nice to have got the note in a direct of some sort, or rather than just an app that not everyone really uses.
Yeah, I mean, it could well be that this is a new, different direction that Nintendo is going, smaller updates more frequently, rather necessarily than a big direct. Because at the end of the day, the people that watch Nintendo Directs, broadly speaking, are going to be like you lovely people watching this channel, which, we're not most people in that sense. Nintendo is maybe trying to appeal to a broader audience and is using Nintendo Today, their own proprietary system, in order to do that, but maybe they're just testing the waters with that and they're still going to do a direct. I'm absolutely baffled, and never try and predict what Nintendo's going to do, ever, because they'll just do their own thing. They'll just do their own thing.
I personally hope they don't stop the big old directs, because to me, I find it as like a momentous occasion. It's like when we used to have E3 and just kind of sit there and be able to take the time to just binge it and everything. And I can understand where Nintendo are coming from, where if they do want to cut it down a fair bit and just kind of do it as drip feeding rather than a big old, special occasion direct, and they just leave it for the big drops. But I need some feeding. Come on.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that they've done both in the past. I'm fairly certain I'm getting this right. Paper Mario, the Origami King, was just a trailer. It was just announced in a trailer. And it's like, what? Okay. And it wasn't in a direct initially and stuff like that in terms of its initial reveal. Who knows what goes on internally at Nintendo, because, we got things like, we got Resi on the horizon, Pragmata on the horizon as well.
Yeah.
All things, partner showcase specials, but you would expect in a mainline Nintendo Direct, and it's just been weird silence overall. It could be that there's maybe we could speculate all day, to be honest. But it's just what's going on. 2 directs in a week as well, with the Tomodachi Life and if you count the Mario Galaxy Direct as a Direct,
No.
which I don't. It was just
No.
a trailer. It feels like they're
It's a
just
duh.
using, they just feels like they're using the Direct name as a way to get more intrigue behind it. I don't know. But it's baffling.
Maybe we'll get more news, and I mean, I doubt, but maybe we'll get more news when the Tomodachi Direct is on. I know it's going to be all about Tomodachi, but maybe after that's dropped, we'll get a little bit of a nod of, hey, mark it in your calendars. This is coming up. But they're a bit famous for just dropping things at the last minute. Good old Nintendo.
I mean, there have been instances, I think, where we've had 2 Directs in a single day at times. But that is unusual. That was more during the COVID era where they weren't doing like proper live streams and stuff like that. They were just dropping videos as Directs, but it's bizarre. Never ever tried to predict what Nintendo was going to do. But let us know. Do you think that a Direct is missing? A Direct is missing! Let us know with a comment down below, and thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you quickly get to that subscribe button before it just ends up being little parts of a subscribe button that we release in bits and bobs. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.